Hey, Dr. Matt here. Hope you guys are ready for Christmas. Nothing like a Merry Christmas, right? So I want to just chat for a second about something that's continuing to go on that is really just underrealized and not being taken seriously. And that is the fact that humans, especially children, teenagers, are experiencing crazy, intense, life altering, in some cases, death, because of things related to our all locking down, shutting down, not permitting activities to happen, not permitting sports, athletics, school, these things to occur. And, essentially being pushed away and said to, sit at home, stare at your computer, and you'll be great. You're resilient. You'll make it back. You'll be fine. Uh, and they're not fine. It's happening over and over and over again. And these are real humans that I see in my office, and people are saying, "Hey, just lock down, okay? You can do this. You can do this. It's not that bad." But the deal is, unlike my family, and I got 6 kiddos, and they're homeschooled. My wife homeschools them. We're involved with a small co-op, and we have some families that we get together with on a very regular basis and have throughout this whole time. And so, my kids, to be honest, they're doing fantastic. They've had no issues whatsoever this whole time. Sure, they would like to travel to a little more, or get out more. They definitely know something's going on, and they've known something was going on. But they're not like where there's a lot of families where the husband and wife are working. They don't have the network of other families that they get to be in connection with. They don't have those resources, and so they're literally alone, or they're alone with other humans on a computer all the time, and that is not healthy, and that leads to disorders. And these disorders, whether it's eating disorders, it's cutting, it's suicide itself, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, feeling like getting into feeling that they're socially isolated, so they cannot go back out and just enjoy life, enjoy society. This is real. This is authentic. This is just as problematic as any kind of infection, because this is a human, right? Another fellow human whose life is being devoured and destroyed, especially when we talk about kiddos and teenagers that they don't have executive function that's already been locked in place like a 30, 40-year-old has. This is real, and like they have no way of understanding, expressing what is going on, why this is happening, why their routine of their life has been completely disrupted. There's no way of them understanding that. And it's not like they're seeing their friends dying all over the place from an infection, right? They're not seeing that at all. They're just seeing that for no reason that they can understand, that they're being locked away and told they can't do all this stuff, told they can't hang out with these people, told they can't go to these places, told they can't have fun, essentially, unless it's at home staring at a screen. That can be your fun, all right? That's what we're gonna do for fun from now. We're just gonna stare at a screen, we're gonna imagine things, but we're not gonna actually do anything. You can't go play sports, you can't go to the gym. I don't wanna see you outside, even at the park, running around with other people, unless you've all been tested in the last 24 hours. And this kind of stuff, doesn't it seem kind of crazy to you? What about these people? What about these people, right? Because these kids potentially have their entire lives ahead of them, hopefully. And that trauma, the brain is plastic, right? It's changing based on our thought patterns. It's changing based on our experiences. And what happens when all these kids, all these teens have had this trauma, and we're not talking one day, we're talking 2 years almost now of trauma over and over again, these micro traumas that the change that's happening in the brain, and to unravel that, to create to create a new way of thinking, new cues, new circuits to go through, that's super challenging. So I just want all of us to think about the impact we're having by yelling at humans, for doing things that we don't think are supposed to be done, for yelling at people, for allowing being out playing at the playground, for yelling at somebody, for jogging down the street without a mask on, for yelling at somebody because they just happen to hug somebody else. I mean, we can do better than this, right? We can do better than this. We can live a little bit above fear and recognize that, hey, how valuable is their life compared to my life? We're equal, right? We're all equals. So maybe it's okay if these kids play basketball together. Maybe it's okay if they go and play tag. Maybe it's okay if they get together. Maybe that is okay if they get together. All right, I'm Dr. Matt, and we got to consider these children. This is a huge deal. This is a pandemic. I'm seeing more kids, far more kids. I can't tell you of a single child I've seen that has had issues related to an infection. I've seen endless children who've had issues, anxieties, depressions, PTSD stuff, cutting, harming, anorexia, bulimias, this kind of stuff, suicide, over and over again in the last 12 to 16 months here. It's a big deal. All right, talk to you guys later. Man, love your kids, show them affection and tenderness and grace beyond measure. Find them people to interact with who will be hopeful, full of joy, and allow them to run around, get lots of activity, get that heart rate up, and enjoy life. All right, talk to you guys later.